Hello everyone and welcome to this course, and this course is about performance testing using Apache JMeter tool, and I will tell you about all the details, and I will do also practical. I will show you the practicals like how to do and how to use the Apache JMeter tool in this course. And so just let's start it. Before starting, I would like to tell you something about me. So I'm Yogesh and I'm working with MNC as a test lead, and I worked with TCS and Publicis Sapient organization, and I have 9 years of experience in software quality, and I worked on many good projects, and I'm also an instructor on Udemy, and I have my other courses related to IT field like SQL Server course, software testing course, WordPress developer course. Okay, so let's start with the basics. So basically, what is software testing? So before we go to the performance testing, it's good to know about what is software testing, because performance testing is also a part of software testing. So software testing is the process of evaluating a software application to ensure it meets its requirements and functions as expected. It is an important part of the software development lifecycle. Benefits of software testing: prevent bugs, improves performance, improves accuracy and usability, and minimizes risks later in development. Okay, so these are the types of software testing. So basically, there are two types of software testing. One is manual testing, and another is automation testing. In manual testing, there is no use of any automation software, but in automation testing, there is a use of some automation testing software. As an example, Selenium WebDriver or QTP, new load, uh, load runner, JMeter. So there are many automation tools. If we are performing the testing using any automation tool, then it is called as an automation testing. But if we are doing any testing without the use of any automation tool, then it's manual testing. And manual testing is further divided into three categories like white box, black box, and gray box. So in white box, the code knowledge is required, but in black box, basically there's no need of coding. Knowledge is required. We just execute the application and just find the issues on the website or application. And gray box is the mix of white box and black box. So black box is further divided into functional testing and non-functional testing. So basically, whenever we have to check any functionality that is working or not, so that comes under functional testing. But if we do testing of some non-functional things like performance, so or usability or compatibility, that comes under non-functional testing. So basically, we are going to learn about performance testing in this course using Apache JMeter. So performance testing is further divided into some categories like load testing, stress testing, scalability testing, stability testing, and basically it divides into seven. So there are three more categories, uh, like there's a soak testing, endurance testing, and volume testing. Okay, so we will go through all these in details. So what is performance testing? So performance testing is a type of software testing that focuses on evaluating the performance and scalability of a system or application. Performance testing aims to identify bottlenecks, measure system performance under various loads and conditions, and ensure that the system can handle the expected number of users or transactions. So why is performance testing needed? So I'm going to consider an example of some big sale on a website, example big billion day sale on Flipkart or on Amazon before Diwali. So this is an example like how we use basically like this is a there's a web browser on a computer or laptop. So basically any person, they just use the laptop or some desktop, and there's there he just accesses the website through web browser, and that is connected to internet, and the files of that website are on web server and database server. Okay, so basically what happens like whenever there's a sale before Diwali, so there are some days on which there's a sale that happens on Amazon or Flipkart. So basically when before that there's so what happens there's visits a lots of people, and there's a heavy sale due to which the people come to these websites and they just do shopping. So basically when most of the people, more than lakh or 50 lakh around, so they come on the website basically and use, they put a heavy load on these servers like web servers. So they do many transactions, like they do many purchases by the products. Okay, and sometimes it happens like many transactions happen in few minutes as well. So basically what happened, due to many transactions, there's a heavy load that put on these web server and database server. So basically the performance testing is done to check whether the application is able to handle such type of load or not. Because if the application is not able to handle such type of transactions, or for a long time, or so that will be no benefit. The application will crash, and all of their promotion, the money they have spent on building the website or doing the promotion for the sale, so that will go waste. Because if there will be many uh, you know visitor visits on their website, and the website will crash, the user will not be able to do anything, so that will be wastage of all of the money they used to build the software or website, and all of the promotional related cost. Okay, so that's why the performance testing is needed to be ensure that the web server and database server, they will be able to handle all the transaction on the websites. Okay, so this I have told you like why use performance testing. So let's go in some points. The objective of performance testing is to eliminate performance congestion. It uncovers what needs to be improved before the product is launched in the market. And the objective of performance testing is to make software rapid. The objective of performance testing is to make software stable and reliable. The objective of performance testing is to evaluate the performance and scalability of a system or application under various loads and conditions. It helps identify bottlenecks, measure system performance, and ensure that the system can handle the expected number of users or transactions. It also helps to ensure that the system is reliable, stable, and can handle the expected load in production environment. And these are the advantages of performance testing. Identifying bottlenecks. Performance testing helps identify bottlenecks in the system such as slow database queries, insufficient memory, or network congestion. This helps developer optimize the system and ensure that it can handle the expected number of users or transactions. Improved scalability by identifying the system's maximum capacity. Performance testing helps ensure that the system can handle an increasing number of users or transactions over time. This is particularly important for web-based systems and applications that are expected to handle a high volume of traffic. Improved reliability. Performance testing helps identify any potential issues that may occur under heavy load conditions, such as increased error rates or slow response times. This helps ensure that the system is reliable and stable when it is deployed to production. Reduced risk. By identifying potential issues before deployment, performance testing helps reduce the risk of system failure or poor performance in production. Cost-effective. Performance testing is more cost-effective than fixing problems that occur in production. It is much cheaper to identify and fix issues during the testing phase than other deployment. Improved user experience. By identifying and addressing bottlenecks, performance testing helps ensure that users have a positive experience when using the system. This can help improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. Better preparation. Performance testing can also help organizations prepare for unexpected traffic patterns or changes in usage that might occur in the future. Compliance. Performance testing can help organizations meet regulatory and industry standards. Better understanding of the system. Performance testing provides a better understanding of how the system behaves under different conditions, which can help in identifying potential issues, areas, and improving the overall design of the system. Performance testing ensures the speed, load capability, accuracy, and other performances of system. It identifies, monitors, and resolves the issues if anything occurs. It ensures the great optimization of the software and also allows many users to use it at the same time. It ensures the client as well as the end customer's satisfaction. Performance testing has several advantages that make it as an important aspect of software testing. So these are the reason why the performance testing is done, and because these are the advantages, which that's why we need to consider performance testing before the software is going into the production. So basically it is done before the production so that the uh, on the production or live website there will be no issues. Okay, and so this is the uh, performance testing process. First of all, identify performance scenarios. So what are the scenarios that need to be considered? We need to identify that. Then plan and design performance test script. Like we need to create the script, test script, configure the test environment and distribute the load. And we need to distribute the load and configure the test environments, like how to distribute the load, that I will tell you in the coming video. But just a general thing, like we just assign the number of virtual users. So basically as per the requirement we configure the test environment, and we just mention the number of virtual users. As an example, if we want to test 5,000 virtual user to perform, like I want to see how the system behaves whenever there's a number of 5,000 users is doing the same transaction. So that's how we distribute the load. And so this is a big topic. I will cover it in the later videos. And execute test scripts. So once we are ready with the software and the test environments and scripts, so we just execute the test scripts. Then comes the result and the result of the execution. Then we analyze the results, like whether the how the results are, and identify the bottlenecks. So we have to identify the bottlenecks, like what are the issues, if there are any issues like memory leaks or network congestion or slow queries, like. Then we, after the fixing of those bottlenecks by the dev team, basically we again rerun the test. Okay, so it keeps going on once we match with the expected results as we required. So what are the types of performance testing? So these are 7 types of performance testing. So somewhere it is mentioned, you will find that 9 type of software test, 9 types of performance testing. So there are different sources, but these are mostly 7 types of performance testing. Okay, sometimes they tell about peak testing, breakdown testing. Okay, so but I'm going to consider these are the main type of performance testing. Like load testing, this is also a type of performance testing. Stress testing, spike testing, soak testing, endurance testing, volume testing, scalability testing. So I am just going to tell you about little bit about this, because before doing performance testing you must know all of the type of performance testing. Okay, so let's start with the load testing. Load testing is performance testing that measures how well a system can handle a high amount of traffic or user interactions. It is important to ensure that a website, web app, or application can handle real world usage without crashing or slowing down. So basically this is done to check like whether how much load the servers can handle, okay, without crashing or slowing down. So next is stress testing. Stress testing measures how well a system can handle a high amount of stress or extreme conditions. Unlike load testing, which focuses on testing a system's performance under expected load, stress testing pushes a system beyond its limit to see how it responds under extreme conditions. So basically, we just we know in the load testing like how much load can uh, the application can handle, but in the stress testing we give the load just beyond that point, so that we have to check like what will be the response of the application, what will happen to the application if much stress is given to the application. So next is soak testing. Soak testing is a type of testing that measures how well a system performs under sustained use over an extended period. Soak testing aims to identify performance issues that may not be visible during shorter stress or load test, but can occur over a more extended period of use. So this is a type of testing where we instead of 1 or 2 hours, so we just do the testing for a long time, so that we will ensure like, because as the example I consider for the big billion days sale, so that remains for 5 7 days. So in five, as an example, for 5 or 7 days, so basically what happens in 5 to 7 days, there will be you know visit of many people to the website, and they will, some maybe continuously remaining on the website, So that will happen for a long time. So we need to check whether the servers, web application servers or database based servers, whether they are able to handle the load for a long time. So that's why we perform SOC testing. Next is spike testing. This is important, and this is based on the real uh, like scenarios, real life scenarios. So spike testing is a type of testing that measures how well a system can handle sudden and extreme increases in traffic or usage. So it aims to identify how a system responds to sudden spikes in usage, such as when a website goes viral or an application experiences a sudden surge of user interaction. So this is like how the server basically response. So this is a real life scenarios. So as an example, suppose the sale that is going to start on 12th of day. So on 12th of day, what will happen, sir? So there will be user who want to purchase something during sale. So on the 12th, the time that the sale is going to start, so there will be many users come to the website. So that is spike. So there's a extreme increase in traffic or usage. They will come and just trying to buy the products. So there will be many transaction at the same time. So suddenly, so whether the server will be able to handle that sudden and extreme increases in traffic or usage or not. So that is spike testing. So next is volume testing. Volume testing measures how well a system can handle extensive data and aims to identify how it responds when a large amount of data is loaded. This type of testing is important for databases and other data heavy systems to ensure that they remain functional and performant even under heavy data loads. So basically in this, heavy volume of data is loaded to the application, and we need to be ensure that the system will not crash just because of this volume testing or heavy load. Then what is endurance testing? Endurance testing, it is also referred as soak testing. This type of performance test is designed to evaluate system performance over extended periods, typically 8 hours or more. The goal is to uncover issues that may arise from prolonged usage, such as memory leaks, and to analyze how the system behaves over time. It verifies that the application maintains stability, reliability, and performance over prolonged use. It complements functional testing by focusing on long-term behavior, confirming the system remains operational and efficient during continuous operation. So this is also like SOC testing. This is also referred to as SOC testing, as I told earlier. Like this is basically for the long overextended periods, typically 8 hours or more. So we just need to be ensure the database server or web server, they are able to handle such type of transaction for a long time. Okay, and this is verified to like whether to ensure the stability, reliability, and performance over prolonged use. So application should be stable. It should not crash for the if many transactions happens for a long time continuously. So it should this application should be stable. It should not crash. Okay, or there should not be any slow response from the application. Okay, so that's the reason we perform all of this type of performance testing. Next is scalability testing. It evaluates a system's ability to handle increased workloads as the number of users or transaction grows. This testing is crucial because it ensures the system can perform effectively even under high traffic conditions. So the system should not crash even there will be a large number of workload as the number of users or transaction is increasing. Okay, so these all about the uh, performance testing and types of performance testing. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you.